All right, a couple announcements before I go into the picks for tomorrow. One, tomorrow's a Friday, the last Friday in August, the last trading day in August before Labor Day weekend. The market's closed on Monday, so I expect it to be pretty thin and pretty dead, especially in the afternoon. So we'll probably just trade the morning tomorrow. But I didn't want to waste 2 or 3 hours looking at a bunch of charts tonight for tomorrow because I think it's going to be pretty dead, and possibly next week too, and then hopefully we'll get some volume back in September. Having said that, we're finding plenty of stuff in the chat room. And the other announcement, lifetime memberships at the end of this weekend will no longer be available. Turns out it costs money to run a website. I've always tried to make it a very affordable trading room, but without recurring revenue, it's getting kind of expensive. Most of our members are lifers. If you're not a lifetime membership, but you have like a 1 month or a 1 year, shoot me an email before the weekend's over, and we can give you a link to become a lifer and just pay the difference if that interests you. So we are pulling the lifetime membership to our chat room. All lifers will still be lifers, but anyway, anyone going forward, the longest term membership we're going to offer will be a 1 year membership. Okay. Having said all that, here's the list. KNDI. There's nothing that special here other than it gapped up the other day on earnings, sold off for a few days, gapped up again on a story out of China, how much they're investing in charging stations for electric vehicles. And it sold off. It hasn't broken its early high, switched to 15-minute candles since that day. Okay, there's the high of the first day, next day, and next day. But it's starting to really kind of find support above 19. So I want to watch this one as a potential bounce play. All right, so again, the daily chart, really nothing until you switch to 15s, and you can kind of see that this one might rip higher if it starts taking out, Thursday's high. Then you've got Wednesday's high and Tuesday's high as potential catalysts too. So anyway, this one can move at times. So want to have that one on watch. HIMX want to have back on watch again after the little cup and handle breakout. It's still kind of flagging. MOBI. This one still, it finally touched the 8-day today and closed above its open, but it's just, again, look at the volume. It's just a non-event after that 8 million share day. And then a nice secondary pop. I don't know if we would expect anything tomorrow or if it's going to take volume to come back to the market after Labor Day, but it doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. TUBE, after that massive pop on Wednesday, kind of had a quiet day and a little bit of selling on Thursday, so I want to watch that one for potential bounce on Friday. BIOF, this one just might continue. It's up to new recent highs. And a really nice move. And on an intraday basis, I called this long in the chat room today at 11:27. So kind of over this little flag. So right about there, and the stop was only a dime below, and you can see what it did. The stop was probably 11:17 right there. And from 11:27, this went up to 12:40. So a really nice move there. Does it make sense to have it on watch again? Well, it's super strong and it's up to new recent highs, and this one can make big moves at times. So yeah, I think it's worth having on watch again. And INO, again, nothing doing today, didn't make a trade in it, but I still like it, like over today's high. Over 1090, I think you might get a nice pop in this one, so I want to watch that one tomorrow. And as always, probably should have DGLY on watch. GoPro made a big move today. I'm embarrassed to say I've been watching this one for 3 days on the whole police camera thing, and never could quite get an entry. And then today, it just ripped, and I totally missed it. If you look at it at the open, it sold off while DGLI was ripping higher, and then reversed, takes out the high of the day, and never looked back and just got stupid. And somehow I managed to avoid getting in it all day. Now it really feels extended. So, that one, not so much for tomorrow, but keep this one on a list going forward, especially when, police departments start ordering cameras. I think GoPro, 50 may be a low on this stock in another couple months. So I think it's worth having a watch. TKMR, no trades in this one today, but it's worth watching again. Gapped up today, and it's extended. It needs to come in a little bit. And that's it. I'm going to leave the list at that. I have one other interesting stock, but with tomorrow being as thin as I think it's going to be, I'll hold off and talk about it next week. It's a possible swing trade. All right. Anyway, I'm going to quit babbling and have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.